Manchester City signs a midfielder to replace Rodri, who is far better than Rodri in all aspects. The transfer window is a time for bold moves, and Manchester City's recent activity has been nothing short of a soap opera. After their ambitious attempt to secure Lionel Messi on a 6-month loan deal, a lot happened. In this video, I will explain everything to you. Before I continue, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to start getting daily breaking news from us. The Premier League champions have been forced to pivot. Now, the latest twist sees them setting their sights on Juventus midfielder Douglas Luiz. But will this move happen, or is City about to strike out again? Imagine this: Lionel Messi, donning the sky blue shirt, linking up with Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne in what would have been an attack to send shivers down every defender's spine. According to Marca, City made an audacious attempt to bring Messi in on a short-term deal after his fairy tale start at Inter Miami. But the dream quickly turned into a nightmare as negotiations collapsed faster than a house of cards in a hurricane. Inter Miami were adamant they wouldn't let their prized asset go, not even temporarily. With Messi's magic unreachable, Pep Guardiola has had to return to reality and the midfield. Now, Douglas Luiz, a player once discarded by City, is back on their radar as a potential savior. Douglas Luiz isn't exactly the marquee name fans were hoping for, but desperate times call for desperate measures. According to The Athletic, City is actively exploring a loan deal for the Juventus star. However, Juventus is playing hardball, reportedly demanding either a permanent sale or an obligation-to-buy clause in any loan agreement. It's a far cry from Messi's jaw-dropping flair, but Luiz does have his merits. Once a standout at Aston Villa, the Brazilian has evolved into a dependable figure in Turin. He might not sell shirts like Messi, but he could stabilize a midfield that's looked surprisingly fragile this season. Let's not mince words. Manchester City's midfield is in tatters. Injuries, fatigue, and a relentless fixture list have left Guardiola's team stretched thinner than cheap cling film. According to The Telegraph, Luiz isn't even the City's first-choice target. That honor reportedly belongs to Atalanta's Ederson. But with time running out and the market shrinking, Guardiola may have no choice but to settle for Luiz. Still, there's intrigue here. Luiz's ability to play as both a defensive midfielder and a box-to-box dynamo makes him a versatile option. And let's not forget, he knows the Premier League. He's played against City, he's felt the pace and pressure, and he could slot in without much fuss. While City might be keen, Juventus aren't about to do them any favors. Reports from Calciomercato suggest that the Italian giants would prefer to cash in on Luiz rather than loan him out. Their demands for an obligation-to-buy clause could be a deal-breaker for the City, who are wary of committing long-term resources to a stopgap solution. It's a high-stakes game of poker, and City is running out of chips. If they can't strike a deal for Luiz, Guardiola's midfield options could remain worryingly thin heading into the business end of the season. The thought of Messi at Manchester City will haunt fans for some time. It was a dream tantalizingly close to reality, the perfect reunion between Guardiola and the player who defined his Barcelona dynasty. Instead, the City finds themselves scrambling for solutions, their plan B now hinging on Douglas Luiz. Will Luiz be the answer? Will Juventus relent? Or will this window end with City's midfield issues unresolved? One thing's for sure, this transfer saga is far from over, and Manchester City is walking a tightrope with no safety net in sight. Stay tuned, because in football, the drama never ends.